Hi, it's Tamara. I'm checking in for the 30-day update for the Add1 challenge. So far, I'm still super excited to be a part of this. I have learned so far that right now I think I'm at the point where I could reach a plateau. So I've had to sort of spice up my learning a bit and try to focus on some things that I haven't done before or just different topics to keep me interested. I have been going along with a pretty steady study plan. For the most part, except for one day, I've met my 30 minutes a day goal for 5 days a week. And I think I'm going to keep that consistent, but I'm probably going to focus a little bit differently on how I study each day. So far, I've had some success with the italki tutors, but I've noticed that I need to stay focused on a topic long enough to master it or to really learn it well. And what I've been doing is getting derailed a little bit if the tutor brings up a different topic of conversation. And if I'm not prepared for it, I just kind of have the, deer in headlights look. And it's really difficult for me to try to process and get back on track. So for me, what I've noticed is that's actually good because it exposes areas I need to practice on. But I probably just don't want to practice on them at that moment. It's sort of like I note them for a future study. But if I'm really stuck on one particular topic or one area of study, that if I continue with that, then I stay more interested and engaged. And also I have a better chance of actually really learning the material instead of, learning it a little bit and then forget it and have to come back again. So that's one thing. One surprise that came out of the challenge for me so far that I'm actually glad about is I started writing again just because I felt like it helped me as I was studying and learning. I started to write more about, my experiences day to day. And so I restarted a blog that I had, I wanted to start a couple years ago when I had first started studying Spanish, but I didn't really do much with it. So I actually started writing again. And along with that, a lot of fun for me, I made up my own word. And you might say, well, what do you think you are? You're just learning a language and you're making up words. But I really think it makes sense. So the word I made up was negringa because in Spanish culture, they tend to refer to foreigners as gringo. And I look at that as sort of a bad term. It's like, that gringo, it seems a little like, you're outside of us, And so for me, I kind of came up with my own take on it, which negringa is como, it's like negro, like black. It's like a black foreigner, I guess. And there's all kinds of different terms in Spanish, like negrita, or, they say negro, and it's not really offensive. So it's just kind of my own take on being a foreigner, but, kind of keeping some of my culture with it. So anyway, so that's my little fun thing. So my blog is Negringa, and I, just write about my language learning experience and little, things that come up. And I've got a couple of folks from the Add1 challenge respond, so that's been a lot of fun. So far, I've loved it. I'm going to keep on going, make it through to the next 30 days and then the next 30 days after that. And I feel confident I'll be able to have my conversation with the native speaker at the end of the 90 days. So now I'm going to try to say a little bit of my experience in Spanish, and we'll see how that goes. So for the non-Spanish speakers, you can stop now, I guess. Entonces, me llamo Tamara y he aprendido mucho en este desafío. Entonces, he aprendido mucho de la manera que yo puedo aprender y los tutores que me gustan mucho y los que me gustan un poco menos. Pero para todo es una experiencia buena para mí porque es que porque yo estoy trabajando es difícil encontrar tiempo para estudiar, pero si tengo un poco tiempo hablando con los tutores en Italki, es muy bueno para mí porque tengo un poco más confianza hablando en español y es una manera de aprender las cosas que yo tengo que aprender más y los temas que yo tengo que aprender más de gramática, como usando el pasado, el imperfecto, en contra del pretérito y cosas así. Entonces, es una experiencia buena y me gusta aprender más y creo que voy a mejorar mi habilidad de hablar en español y aprender las cosas que no sé mucho. También he empezado a escribir otra vez en un blog y yo hago la palabra negringa para explicar una gringa, pero una gringa afroamericana. Entonces mi blog se llama Negringa. Entonces me gusta mucho escribir con mis experiencias de aprender español y todas las cosas que yo pienso durante el día cuando estoy estudiando o cuando estoy haciendo otra cosa. Entonces me gusta mucho y me gustaría continuar con este desafío. Y yo sé, cometo muchos errores cuando estoy hablando en español, pero día a día, poco a poco, voy a mejorar más. Entonces, chao. Gracias a todos.